What's up, everybody? I transformed my C6 Corvette into a black Metallica racing Livery. This video I'm doing both the doors. It's a little bit longer the video. I don't speed it up a whole lot as I have some of my previous videos. Just because I have a little bit better footage of it, I guess. The doors are actually pretty easy. You got to take the mirrors off if you want to do it the way I do it. You can go around the mirrors when you wrap, but then you'll have a seam. If you've seen anybody do that, I typically don't do that. I like to take mirrors off. But on a 2007 C6 Corvette, on the passenger mirror, you have a wire that goes from the mirror all the way into the cabin. So you really have to dig in there between both sides to pull that mirror out. I believe they changed that in 2009 where the electrical clasp is on the door side, which makes a lot of sense, right? Because you always have that pass through between a door and the engine compartment or, under the dash. And it's just crazy that Chevy and, 100 years of cars never figured out that you should probably have the clasp on the other side for this particular year. But they did that. Anyway, so it was really fun. And it was just on the passenger side, not the driver's side. So I took the time to do that, but I still took the mirrors off. And once you take the mirrors off, the Corvette doors are pretty simple. I mean, you got a few creases, but again, I'm using Avery Dennison Satin Black. And so with a few curves in it, it handles really well. So I do glass it, both sides, and it almost looks wrapped when you're glassed, right? And then you just got to take your squeegee and put it at the proper angles and just kind of squeegee along. And because it's Avery, though the air release is the best there is, the air release just kind of pops on out, and there's no problem at all really wrapping. So it's actually really, really easy to wrap. Corvettes in general aren't that bad except for maybe the front and rear bumpers, but that's the same problem with most cars. But one thing else I found really interesting as I've been putting some of these wrap videos out of wrapping my Corvette is I've had a few people, the internet or YouTube's really fun. I've had a few people, oh, that's really original. You're wrapping in matte black. Well, first off, it's not matte black, it's satin black. And secondly, this isn't like everybody else's. Wait to there's being trolls. They don't wait to see the end. They haven't looked at any pictures that I have out there. This car looks nothing like a matte black Corvette. I'm 100% confident that there's no other Corvettes in the world that look like my car because it's 100% custom once I put the Metallica stuff on there. And you'll see that. More of those videos are coming out. I don't know how soon I'll have them all out, but I'll get them all out. There's some pictures of it or some shorts out there that show most of my car. I have added some other things since then, but whether you like Metallica or not, it's not a big deal. It's kind of a cool process. You could do it for anything that you like, really. Some liveries are more of a printed wrap where you do the whole car and the whole design is printed. I like to do mine custom with the little letters and all the little cutouts that are basically kind of give you that 3D look. But subscribe to the channel, check out some more videos, keep checking back. I'll have some more out, or subscribe and get some notifications. But I'll get them out here relatively soon. And you kind of get to see the finished product. But thanks for watching. If you have any questions on wrapping, let me know, or anything else, Metallica related, whatever. Again, I am Avery Dennison. I am Avery Dennison and 3M certified wrapper. I used to have a company. I don't do it anymore. Haven't done it for a few years. I did my truck a few years back. Got rid of my truck. Got this car. Did this. Did our new car too. I'll put that out here eventually. It's not Metallica related. It's a wrap. But I didn't really wrap these with the intention of kind of teaching. Maybe if I ever got another car or wrap somebody else's car, I could film, try to give some people some pointers and some teaching. But there's plenty of that out there. People wrap differently. You need to wrap differently for each vinyl. I'm not an expert anymore. I used to be pretty good, but I'm not the best ever for sure. Plus, I'm a little older, so I take a lot more time than what I used to. A lot of wrapping is confidence. So you got to have that confidence and some experience. Since I haven't done it in a while, it takes a little bit longer. Plus, I'm a little OCD. But when you get to these edges and you want to go really deep on these edges on the corner of the door, you really use your finger a lot. Just take your time, making sure you don't have too much tension on there so it doesn't bubble up afterwards. And so that's why I'm kind of going up and down with my finger, or really putting it in with the squeegee, getting it in so I'm not just stretching it in. Even though it's Avery Dennison, there's a good chance it'll hold, but that paint in there might be thinner and the clear coat might be thinner. It would be on the door, so it's sometimes the surface doesn't have as much tension to hold that vinyl either. So I try to take my time, relax it a little bit, put it in there. And again, this wrap was done 6 months ago as far as the outside of the car or the black, and everything's hold. Haven't had any bubbles, no nothing. Nothing's really popped up. For the most part, I won't talk a whole lot. I'll just let you watch this. I had to mute me actually rapping because there's Metallica playing very loud in the background. So I got some other free music here on YouTube, and just kind of enjoy the rap and let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, thanks for watching. For the window trim, I did two different things, just because I wanted to do it two different ways. On the passenger side, I kind of pulled the trim back as much as I could. I probably could have took it off, but I didn't want to do that. It's not the funnest thing in the world. Or I just put the tape on there, and I hand cut it along the tape, so I don't put knife on car, to the very edge, and that's why I had to cut very slowly. Then it was easier to tuck it in, right? And I wanted to get pretty deep underneath the window trim. On the driver's side, I went with a different technique, and I used knifeless tape. So you take your time putting out knifeless tape when you have, I think, 1 millimeter along there that it cuts, and then I just pulled the string and had all the vinyl I needed, and with not too much vinyl, and it was easily just to tuck it in, and both sides, just to do both. I don't know why I did that. It's probably easier to use knifeless tape on both sides, but I wanted to try both.